Hi. Steps, steps, and more steps. Steps are easy, right? We've been taking them since our very first steps as a baby. It's a natural, normal, physical movement. We take steps for granted. Steps are easy, right? Well, maybe not. Steps took on an entirely new meaning to me in 1999 when I hoisted a 60-pound backpack and started my 4-day trek from Cusco, Peru, to Machu Picchu. Hoisted the pack, made sure I could get my water, and prepared to take out on an adventure. This was my very first backpacking trip ever. A bit of a challenge. The next thing was I told my sons about it, and my younger son, who had taught climbing for Outward Bound for 5 years, had a conniption. He said, first of all, with your back fused to all plates, screws, rods, you should never be wearing a backpack. Second, you should never take a 4-day trek over mountain peaks. And third, you should never, ever carry more than a third of your body weight. 60 pounds is half. You can't do that. You're breaking all 3 rules. Okay. Do your kids always obey you? Nah, mine don't either. So I didn't obey him either. So I started out, and I'm adjusting to my weight. I did do one intelligent thing in my son's eyes. I joined a group of 6 others, and we hired an Inca native, a Peruvian, to guide us on this trek. Well, before the trek started, he pulled me aside, and he said, look, I'm a strapping young lad, I'm strong, and I would never carry that pack, so you certainly can't. He insisted, I declined. He insisted, I declined. He said, we'll talk after the first day. You'll change your mind. So we started out, first few minutes weren't too bad. I was adjusting to the weight. I was doing fine. And then, what is that? Ahead of me is a long rope bridge going all the way across. And there's raging water down there and rocks. And it's a rope bridge. Now, it's strands of rope fairly close together, tied together in a mesh pattern, so that's semi-stable. And the handrail are 1-inch pieces of rope. That's it. Now it sways a little as everybody ahead of me takes a step. Don't look down. There's water down there. There's rocks down there. Focus. Right straight ahead. Focus. Tipping over right now is not a good idea. It could spoil your whole day. Or more. So, I was very careful. I took it step by step by step. Whew. I made it. I'm across. My heart is pounding. Water. Water. I need water. Oh, that's better. Wonder how I refill this. Did you ever drink the water in Mexico? Yeah, so did I. You only do that once. It's not a fun result. Well, the Peruvian water is less pure than the Mexican water. Well, I have 4 more water bottles and my carbon filter in my pack. I should be fine, okay? I'm carrying everything in this pack I'm going to need for the next 4 days. And remember, you know the result of that Mexican water? There are no 7-Elevens along here to stop for a bathroom. So one of the things you have to carry is toilet tissue. So I have everything. I have Band-Aids, I have antacid, I have sunscreen, I have layers and layers of clothes, I have food, I have water, I have everything I'm going to need, right? No problem. Okay, we keep walking, and everything's doing fine. You know, step by step, we're walking along the trail. Everything's going fine. Uh-oh. What is that ahead of me? It's stone steps carved in a mountain. Now, I've climbed 14,000-foot peaks. This thing looks like it must be 18,000, and it's all steps. Well, carrying this pack on the flat is one thing. Carrying it up and over mountain peaks is a little different story. Well, throughout the 4 days, we went up and down and up and down several of those. I had seen enough steps to last me forever. Well, the last morning started about 2 hours before sunrise, and we're climbing up these steps, and they're so steep you almost have to crawl at points. Crawling with this pack is another issue entirely. But you crawl up, and we finally crested the peak, and we're sitting there in total darkness, and then the first rays of sunlight start coming across the mountain peaks, and they start scattering out over this beautiful Inca village. It's absolutely breathtaking. Such beauty. It's absolutely magnificent. And there's more steps as you go up and down all over the compound. But at that point, I didn't care. It was so beautiful, and there was so much to explore. I was ready for more steps. Oh, by the way, there's another stepping stone. Today, this last day of the trek, it's my 55th birthday.